All right, guys.
Thoughts on looking at the Jaguars?
I think it's a good defense, man. You know, you look at their defense; they don't do a lot, but what they do well. And they got a lot of great players there. A lot of players that have a lot of experience. They play their technique super well. I think they're just a really well coached and well technique team.
After having the last few days to look at game film and work with the quarterback coach and everything, so was there anything specifically that you're doing or not doing to cause 5 fumbles in 2 games?
I think it's a combination of a lot of things, and I think we're working on it. I think there's a couple things that we really don't need to say. I just need to say that we're working on it. You know what I mean? So we work on it after practice every day, and for me, it's unacceptable. I can't put the team in the position like that if we want to try and win games. So just know I take that to heart, and I'm working really hard to get it better.
One of those things, sort of just feeling the rush and maybe stepping up a little more.
Yeah, it's somewhat. Somewhat is I'm too deep in the pocket sometimes. Sometimes it's rolling out left or right. It's just like I said, it's a combination of things, but working on it.
Kyle, going back to that escape from J.J. Watt, can you kind of just, from the snap, break it down like every step of the way, what you saw and how you got out of that?
Yeah, it was a 3rd down play. Really, we didn't want an incompletion because it stops the clock and gives them the ball back. So we knew we had to get a completion and hopefully a 1st down. We're running a concept where we're trying to get DJ on the left side. They drop 8, they drop the ends, and they reroute everybody, and we're trying to get him through there. He gets caught up in there, and J.J. Watt he runs a stunt and gets inside and splits the gap. And I just see him come through as I'm trying to get the ball away, and I just kind of instinctively grasp and spin away. Thank God he didn't get me. And then Jay also got kind of bumped around inside. He pops out the other side, and it's just right place at right time like he always is.
Kyle, this is your first home start. I know you've had the success on the road so far. How much are you looking forward to that?
I'm excited, man. I'm really excited to play in front of the home fans, in front of a regular season game, in a game that really matters, And I was obviously here last year at the end of the season, and we didn't win many games, and I don't think any of the games where I was here for we went home except for the Dallas game when I was here the first game of the season, and fans were rocking. We had a lot of false start penalties because of the fans, so I'm excited that we're in a 2-game winning streak. We can come home, play in front of our fans. Hopefully they pack the stadium.
Kyle, you talked earlier about the Jacksonville defense. Where do you think you might be able to attack that defense a little bit?
There's holes in every defense. I'm not going to get into the specifics of what we're going to do game plan-wise, but there's holes in every defense. Like I said, though, their technique's sound. They play what they do really well. They don't do too much. But what they do really well. So I got respect for them.
Did J.J. say anything to you at all after that play? And when you looked at it on film the next day, what kind of went through your mind? Did you feel like, how in the world I escaped that? Or?
I was just happy I did escape it so we could set us up to win the game. But, he came up to me after the game, said, good play. Nothing crazy. It just happens, you know what I mean? It was a play that we needed to make, and thank God we made it.
You acting like people are making too big a deal about it. Why?
It's just football. If I spin a half second later, he tackles me. It's just football. He makes that play 99 times out of 100. You know what I mean? And luckily, I just got out of it. It's football. It can go either way so many times. So it's not a big deal. It's a big play that set us up for a win.
Kyle, they talk a lot about your kind of calm demeanor and your coolness, confidence under pressure. Getting excited at a home game when the crowd is kind of pumping behind you, is that something that hasn't really happened for you, or do you feel that energy?
I think the energy certainly helps us when they're on offense and we're on defense, and we can be loud and help them out. And I always rally with my fans at home. When I played at A&M, we had 110,000 people at some of our games, and it's cool when you score a touchdown and you can feel like the whole city's roaring for you. So, yeah, we're gonna rally through the fans, but it's the same mindset going into the games. You got to handle the adversity well, you got to handle the success well if you want to play.
Have you noticed any difference kind of around town when you're at restaurants, bars, people noticing you, fans?
No, I'm pretty unnoticeable. I look a lot like the rest of the people in this room.
Kyle, you and Gardner Minshew are both young quarterbacks that are having tremendous success early on. The other day, Ron attributed that to just kind of the college game changing, or the NFL game changing to emulate the college game and airing the ball out. Is there something else that you can attribute that to?
No, I think if you just look around the league right now, obviously right now there's an influx of backup quarterbacks playing 100%. And I think if you look at all the people that are playing, a lot of them are prepared and a lot of them are ready to go. And I think that is attributed to that. I think the system is going to more throwing, more spread them out, and it's mirroring college a little more. And I think that guys are just more prepared coming out of college. They care more. I don't know, not that they care more, but they're just more prepared. You know what I mean? And so, I'm happy for Gardner. He's had a great start to his career. He's played his ass off. He's really rallying that city around the whole team.
Is there anything that's gotten maybe easier or slowed down for you in particular through the first 3 starts now?
I wouldn't say it's like getting easier or slowing down. I think going into every game, you get a new set of challenges with each defense you face. So for me, I think my process during the week and how I try and break down defenses and how I try and remember how we're going to attack them and just kind of get everything ready for Sunday, I think that's probably the part that's gotten the easiest for me, just my schedule, my routine. And I think it's helped me a lot on Sunday.
Kyle, have you had much of a chance?
Thing with the sacks and everything, but is there one thing in particular that you're working on to eliminate that?
Holding on to the ball. Holding on to the ball.
Anything goofy like carrying an extra ball around?
Just holding on to the ball.
Have you had much of a chance to meet with Gardner or watch some of his games so far? Or
I saw the Thursday night game, a little bit of it, and he played well, man. I mean, it's like I said, he was ready to come in and play. I know that first game he came in when Foles got hurt, he came in and balled, and he's been doing his thing. So, yeah, I got a lot of respect for him.
You know him at all? Like the one quarterback you don't know.
A lot of quarterbacks.
Why do you think so many young guys, I think they were quarterbacks, young guys like 9-6 this past, since they've come in and 5-1 this past week. Why do you think you guys have had such good success coming off the bench and playing?
I mean, it can be a number of things. I think for me personally, I think that our coaching staff does a really good job of getting me prepared for games and helping me understand what we're going to see on Sunday, how we're going to attack it, and just going through reads and everything. I think for me, that's been the biggest part. I think around the league, it's probably similar in other places. And I think you just see guys seeing more young quarterbacks playing, maybe getting more confidence that they can play and go out there, and just guys just letting it go and slinging it on Sundays. And yeah, it's been cool to see a lot of young quarterbacks doing really well in the league.
What did it mean? I mean, I think I mentioned to you at your locker about Kurt Warner and what you remembered about him. He's the last quarterback to go 4-0 in his first 4 starts. If you could do that this week, what would that mean?
I mean, it's cool. I don't really think about those things. For me, the biggest thing that I want to do is I want to win for the team. You know, I want to do everything I can to put ourselves in a position to win. That's why when I say that I take these fumbles really hard, I do, because that's not putting our team in a situation to win. And so, I mean, yeah, it would be cool to go 4-0, but what would be really cool is to win all the starts for our team that I can play. And that's my job. Whenever my number's called to come and play, I need to win games for this team.
Do you get a sense how long that may be?
No clue.
You had said that you always prepare as if you're going to be the starter, but like, what is that like for you? Are you talking from like before, obviously? Is that from like a mental standpoint? Is that from what exactly does that mean?
Okay, I'll take you through it. I think in like a psychological, mental standpoint, like getting myself prepared, not with like the playbook and everything. I think I'm always prepared to go in the game no matter what, right? Just from a mental standpoint. Because if you're not and you get thrown in there, your head's spinning. And then from a mental standpoint through the week, with the plays, with the coverages, with the adjustments, I mean, I'm always going to be prepared like I'm going to go in the game. Because if you're not and you get your opportunity and you don't play well, then that could be it for you. So that's the way I look at it.
What's it like watching Christian McCaffrey on tape when you guys are in there? I mean, do people react and some of the stuff that he does?
Oh, I mean, it's incredible. The dude's he's an incredible player, and you see how the offense has changed over the last 3 years to suit him because, I mean, you get the ball in his hands, he's going to do wonders with it. And he's been a huge part of this team the last 3 years, especially this year. Incredible teammate, incredible leader in that locker room. I mean, you can't say enough about him. I mean, wherever he drafted him 3 years ago, it was one of the biggest draft picks I think this organization's ever had. So
I think one common denominator you and Minshew have is both of you have a great running back behind you. How much pressure how much easier does that make it knowing you've got that guy?
I mean, it's huge, and I think it's huge in the run game, especially when you can call a run play and you can get 5 yards on first down, you can get 7 yards on first down, you can set yourself up in better second down scenarios, better third down scenarios. It takes the pressure off of the quarterback and the line to block all these pass plays and the receivers. It takes the pressure off of it, and he's, especially last game, he did a great job of getting 5, 7, 8 yards on first down and breaking a couple runs.
Your thoughts on Swole Kicker getting special teams player of the week?
Completely deserves it. He should be special teams player of the month. He's been playing his ass off.
If you got Minshew mania, what would you like it to be for Kyle Allen?
A win for the Panthers. How about that?